with y'all tonight. So before I close tonight, I want to take a moment for something just a little bit personal. Every year, every Memorial Day weekend that I'm in town, I will say that last year I was not in town, but the years before, my son and I go to the Fort Mitchell National Cemetery to place flags on graves where my father and my stepfather are buried. The Fort Mitchell National Cemetery is a veterans, a VA cemetery where people who have served in the U.S. military are buried. Um, it always reminds me that sacrifice doesn't just belong in history books. Sometimes sacrifice has your last name. I did want to give a little history background on my dad. Unfortunately, I lost my dad back in December of 2023, and it's been tough. It's been tough, but when I come across things that remind me of him and remind me that the legacy that he left and remind me of his service that he gave to our country, um, it gives me goosies on the inside. It makes me feel all warm on the inside. Of course, I wish he was still here to enjoy more days with me and his grandson, but unfortunately, he is resting now. So I did want to go over some things that what my dad's service career in the Army. He spent 2 decades in the United States Army. He served 2 tours in Vietnam, not one, but 2. He was a Bronze Star recipient, a tank commander, a platoon sergeant, and his last rank was sergeant first, or his forever rank is sergeant first class. He trained soldiers, he led men, he earned medal, he survived war, and somewhere in between all of that, he became somebody's daddy, and that's me. As a little girl, you always don't understand the weight your parents carry. You don't always understand what they've seen. And you know what? I was supposed to have, like I said, my internet went out. Hold on. We're gonna get this up here. Let's see, where is it at? Boom. Let me pull this back up because I had to reset everything. There he is, my daddy. So I'm gonna get this pulled back up. So there he is. You don't always understand what they've seen, what they survived, or what parts of themselves they had to leave behind just to make it home. But now, I will say this, my dad kept all of his military records. So I know where he deployed to, I know where he was stationed, I know that he was let's see. He was a master gunner. He was an expert marksman with the M16. He was a sharpshooter with a .45 pistol. He trained, mentored, and carried the responsibility of other men. His service took him across the world, from Vietnam to Germany, different places in the United States. He had the Vietnam Cross of Gallantry with a palm, an Army Commendation Medal. If I'm not mistaken, he has 2 Bronze Stars medals. So Army was his thing, and in the midst of all of that, he still sacrificed his time, his comfort, his peace, and maybe even parts of himself so people like me and you and all of us could live freely. And if you ever lost someone who served or know somebody who served, I want to remind you tonight that their story mattered, their sacrifice mattered, and even when they're no longer physically here, love has a way of staying, legacy has a way of staying. And tonight, I want to honor my dad, Sergeant First Class David M. Bailey. He's a Vietnam veteran, Bronze Star recipient, a leader, a protector, and to me, he's just simply my dad. So wherever you are tonight, if grief has been sitting beside you lately, I want to remind you that love never really leaves us. Sometimes it just changes form. So yeah, I wanted to do that. And then I wanted to share, I got to pull this up too. I did want to share a little snippet from a couple of times that we went to the cemetery. And we also, not only do we place flags on the cemetery during Memorial Day weekend, but during Christmas, there is an organization called Wreaths Across America. And that organization helps to put wreaths on every single veteran's grave. And later on in the year, I will provide like a link if y'all would like to participate and purchase a wreath. The cemetery right here by my home, where my dad and my stepdad are both buried, they have over 12,000 graves. So this Saturday, I spent time. My son, actually, he wasn't feeling well, so he didn't go this Saturday. But this Saturday, I spent time there, and I went to the service that they had beforehand, and I stayed behind to help put flags on over 12,000 graves. So I want to share this video. Let me see where my download was at. I had it all pulled up, y'all. So be patient with me. Hold on one second. And then my internet went out, so it cleared out my StreamYard. Let's see. Is this one it? Yeah, I'll play this one. Let's see. This one. No, not that one. Where'd you go, y'all? Here it is. I'll play this one. Uh-oh. Let's turn it down. Let's see. Download this. I had everything pulled up, y'all. Share this tab. I'm gonna share this tab like this. And then I'm gonna do it like that and see if this does it better. Cancel that, remove this, and we're gonna add this to the stage. Oh yeah, y'all can see it. So here's a little quick video of some things that I yeah. So that was quick. Yeah. There was another video. I did make another video, but I don't. StreamYard, my internet acted foolish before I came on. So yeah, I wanted to share that with y'all for my soul reset. And I appreciate y'all being here with me this whole time. And like I said, if y'all have stuck with me this whole time, I really appreciate it. And the new people that's been in here, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you share it. I come here every Sunday about 7 p.m. with news topics that I feel are important or caught my attention. I'm gonna go through some of these comments and then I'm gonna get up out of here. Introducing condolence for your loss. I lost my pops in August of 23. Yes, my same to you, sir. And Tristan said, oh man, my condolences. Thank you, Tristan. Man, introduce that tab up too. Let's go. Yes. I didn't realize. I will say this. My dad never talked about Vietnam. I never asked and he never talked about it. He was a proud Vietnam vet. He wore the hats, the everything that you would expect from a Vietnam vet. He had it on his car. So he was a proud Vietnam vet, a proud Army soldier. And not only that, after he did get out of the Army, he spent 20 years at the Florida Department of Corrections. So he did that for 20 years as well as a, what do you call that? A tower. He was in a tower. He watched a fence line from the tower. Nighthawk shift, third shift all the time. And after he couldn't as he got older and he couldn't climb up the steps like he used to. He ran medical transport until he retired. So, oh, hey, cousin. Hey, Ruth said I had Bailey's on my mom's mother's side. Hey, cousin. Mine said real man right there. Absolutely. Great, great man. Um, great friend. Gentle soul. Um, I wish he was still here. Wish he was still here. Hey, Ruth said greetings, our friend in chat. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. Hey, Ruth said salute to your dads. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Uncle Plug TV, welcome in, Uncle Plug. Uncle Plug. Into Deep said, of course, please click on the notification bell so you don't miss future lives. It's free, FREE. The classic code said, yo, Pops was a real game. Remember, Vietnam was no joke on them. Yeah, and he did two tours. Into Deep said, please click on the notification bell. Oh, he did it on the other side. Foreign Legion, I bet too. I'm assuming. But yeah, thank y'all for stopping in with me tonight. Like I said, I go over on Sunday nights. I go over stories that happen during the week that I think that are important, are informative, and maybe things you didn't know what was going on. I can bring them to you as well. So, Plug said, "I've been here just cleaning the garage, listening." Thank you, Plug. I appreciate it. Did you get done? Also, while y'all are here, make sure you tap into all of the RSC, the Raw Society Coalition. I am Soft Rain, the First Lady, and the Raw Society Coalition consists of myself. You saw him in the chat, Uncle Plug, just now. You saw him in the chat, Classic Codes. You saw him in the chat. Let me scroll up. Where are you at, Tez? Tez was in here somewhere. The Tez down, Tez. Where you at, Tez? I wanted to put your name back. There we go.